right, welcome to Twinning Out Loud.
With your hosts, Mariah and Amanda.
Yep, Amanda has a nice mom shirt on again today. I think it's Bluey and McDonald's and Starbucks.
Stop it.
And a credit card. There we go. All the best things when you're a mom in it. So yeah, welcome to the show today. I think we want to kick it off by doing twin mom wins. So those little small wins that you celebrate as a twin mom. For example, like doing those first trips by yourself, even if it's the grocery store or like a play yard. So Amanda, have you ever had any twin mom wins recently?
I did, and I'm really pumped about it. So I have gotten the twins in the car from a stroller before, but they were, strapped in.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take Lainey, get her in the car, and the twins would be right there in the stroller. So no biggie. I would get her in, scoot them around to their side and one at a time. And the first time you do that, of course, you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta make sure everybody's safe and get in the car. And you do that when they're in the infant seats and you're like, oh, I did it. And then you don't think of the next stage when they're not in a stroller.
They're moving and grooving.
Yes. So we went out to dinner a few weeks ago and I was pretty excited because it was me by myself at the end of dinner. Gary had to go. And I walked the twins, because he didn't have them in his stroller, to my car, hand in hand, in each of them. And when I got to the car, I had Emmett holding onto the door. And he is a good listener when he wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot is more defiant recently. I don't know if they're switching places. So he was holding onto the door, and I kept my eye on him on the peripheral. And I got Elliot in the car seat, but I didn't buckle him because I was like, okay, he's in, safe. Grabbed Emmett. In, safe, then reached over, buckled Elliot, buckled Emmett, and I was like, I did it. I can do hard things too. Everybody was safe. I did it. I was so proud.
There we go.
Yeah, I got in the car and I was like, boys, we did it.
All right, now mommy gets a treat.
Trust me, I thought about it. I was like, what should I get on the way home for this?
You should have celebrate that small win.
I should have. It was close to bedtime though, and I was like, let's just get home and get to bed. I was like, I can get myself a glass of wine later.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I think it's my tip or trick, but I quickly just shuffle them all into the car and then buckle. So so that they're not standing out of the car.
Yeah.
Because Parker was old enough to make it to her seat, and then I would buckle her in. But the boys are still a little for that. They can't move to their seats yet.
Mm-hmm. And they're still backwards, so to hoist themselves up, they couldn't do it.
No, I would just go in and grab them. They wouldn't be able to hoist them. So I just put them all in and they just stand there, and I'm like, all right, slowly shuffle to your seat, and they just shuffle, and I'll go on the other end and put them in their seat.
Yeah. I get that. Lainey's definitely good at that. I open her door and pretty much just shut her in.
Yeah, there'd be a little aisle for them. But yeah, because that part is stressful. The hold on to the car. I'm don't let go of mommy's leg and the car. Don't let go. Yeah. Hold on to mommy's leg.
The other day he was like, don't forget to touch mommy's leg.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, because I can feel her. I
know
she's
then
there.
I know you're there.
Yeah, definitely a safety thing. That's what gives me the most anxiety. So it's how quickly can I get everybody just in the car?
Yeah.
And then the buckling happens.
Yeah.
That everybody needs to be in. And my row goes straight across. It's a bench seat, so there's no extra space or anything really to go. And the boys' car seats are pretty chunky, so they can't really fit unless they would sit on the floor. Yeah, we got them in. That was a twin win.
Yeah.
How about you?
Did the first sporting event, Parker's in swim lesson. So, but I took all of them by myself, and that felt like a good win. It was very unexpected. It was very last minute. I think we had a plan, and 30 minutes before I was driving home, and they were like, well, we want to come see Parker swim. And I was like, all right, why not? Let's go. And then Tom came home and he was going to start cooking dinner and watch the twins. And I was like, they all want to go, so I'm just going to take them.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I wasn't ready to go. I was like, it's fine. I'll just take them. It's fine. I did this. I'll take them. So I took all of them to swim, and it was not that bad. I was nervous because swim, you're indoor. Where we are, the bleachers go all the way across, and then there's no way to get down unless you were to walk all the way across. And the bathrooms, you would have to go down to the pool area to go into a locker room. So I was like, I knew this driving there. So I was like trying to think of the logistics in my head.
Yeah, isn't it funny? You like pre-plan your routes for
Yes,
everything, like bathroom or
everything.
diaper change, like for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, where do I sit to do this? Or like what happens if this happens?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was pre-planning yeah. So it was a quick switch and then a quick win for me. It was a lot of fun. They enjoyed seeing Parker. I mean, Kennedy is being more defiant recently, so she wanted to keep running up and down the bleachers and stuff, but no, Parker enjoyed it. She was so excited. She kept telling her instructor, "My sisters are here," and would like jump and wave to us. So no, it was really good. Yeah, it turned out fine. But yeah, that was our first solo sporting event together. I don't think I've had to do that yet. No, like for soccer and everything, they've always been there, gymnastics. But yeah, for all three of them, it was good.
that's awesome. Yeah, we took the boys to gymnastics the last 2 weeks in a row, and even with Gary, I was like, this is a lot. Like
Yeah.
they're just like they would watch Lainey for a while, and then all of a sudden the meltdown would happen because they would see something they wanted, like
Yeah.
the big bouncy like yoga ball. They were like ball, 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 and
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, not yours. Or they wanted to go like behind like the fenced area, and I'm like, you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah.
And we would sit in the front row so that they could like watch and also like walk, and we didn't have to hold them on the bleachers. But then, like, eventually they would just, and I watched the clock. I was like, is it snack time? Snack time yet? The second they get their snack, they'll chill.
Yeah.
But I also, if I start this snack right away, then they're going to finish it. And then they're going to want another snack, and
Yeah.
they'll scream. And I can't with
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, the last 2 weeks we did it, but we didn't solo that. But we did take them. And Lainey was the same way. She was like, those are my brothers.
Yeah,
And
so
it was cute.
excited. So she asked if they could come again. So we're gonna try to pull that off. But we'll see how that works. But yeah, it was good. The bathroom breaks were kind of hard. So like we got there, we got settled in, we were watching Parker, then Tegan was like, I have to go potty. I'm like, can you wait like 5 minutes? She's like, I have to go potty. And she's our one that like cannot wait. She'll have an accident. So I was like, all right, that's fine. Let's go. And you're around a bunch of parents, so I just like left my bag and stuff. There's nothing important in it. And I like took them to the bathroom, but they have to go down to the pool area. So then I got them back and well, we were in the bathroom. Kennedy's like, I don't have to go. I'm like, you're going. If we're here, you're gonna at least try. So then we went up, settled back in, and then Parker came out of the pool and her instructor's like, she has to go potty. So I was like, okay. So I took all three back to the bathroom. But yeah, I mean, it was good all in all. So yeah, it was just, those are memories they remember. And yeah, we got milkshakes after. So we did treat it. Mommy I got a Dr. Pepper. I did. I was gonna get like a coffee, but it was late at night at that point. I'm like, I'm just gonna get a
Where did you
Dr.
get?
Pepper. McDonald's.
Okay.
Yeah.
McDonald's for the win.
Yeah, I got that after her first week of swim lessons. I got her Brewster, so it was like really good. Like, but yeah, this was just like a quick.
Yep.
Mommy will treat you.
Yeah,
There
you
you
guys
go.
did fine.
Yeah, so
Twin wins for the week.
Twin
Recently, I
win.
guess.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
I'll never forget like those twin wins when the babies are first home. And like it's all you have to take all of your wins and celebrate them because when they're home and like even the ones where you are home alone with them for the first time, like I will never forget with each of my kids, but specifically the twins, like having to be home and like Tom goes back to work, I'm still maternity leave or what have you, and like just being like, okay, I got this. You're good. Like you have to do all the things by yourself. Shout out to single moms. 'Cause I don't know how the heck you do it.
Yeah, I totally give that to you guys, like super women.
Yes.
I remember taking the twins to Target on my maternity leave for the first time and being like, so how do I do this with their infant car seats and a cart? And I was like, I just don't. So I'm like, I would take their stroller. So I got two of the big like carabiner hooks and I hooked them on the top of the stroller and got a Target basket and hooked the basket onto the carabiner.
There we go.
And I just did the minimum shopping I knew I needed because the basket only holds so much. And then like I did put some stuff like under the stroller that couldn't fit that I was doing. And I remember getting back to the car and being like, I did it.
I did it. Crafty.
Yeah, right. You have to think it through, but totally agree with like the small twin ones when you're home by yourself at first. Because I was like, I can't leave the house. I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And then when you do it, you're like, I could do this
You're like, I
again.
could do this. I can
Yeah.
do that.
But it's like, I feel like until you do it, or even just as simple as getting them both to nap at the same time, or
Mm-hmm.
like if they're both crying and you're just like looking at them, like, who do I help
The
first?
feeds, the
Yeah.
naps, like keeping the schedule by yourself is like huge. I remember getting past those days, like those first days by yourself, and you're just like, I rocked this. We're
Yeah.
good. We're
Yeah.
good. We're
Emmett
good.
was super colicky, and right after the twins, Gary went back to work and he was working a ton of overtime.
Hmm.
He wasn't getting home until right when Lainey was going to sleep. So from the time that I picked Lainey up at daycare until her bedtime, I was pretty much solo. So
Wow.
through dinner and all. And Emmett was just so colicky. I remember just strapping him to like the single baby carrier just to like keep bouncing him as I was making dinner. And like Elliot was really good. He sat in his seat and he just like chilled. But I always
Hmm.
felt bad because I was like, buddy, you're always just like
Yeah,
chilling.
chilling.
Remember the one time I'm like bouncing him as I'm standing next to Lainey who's eating and I naturally wasn't eating. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go feed your brothers. But like I brought their like table for two right next to her. And I was sitting on the ground with them, feeding them both, and just like, how do I do this? Like, I'm sitting on the ground with the table for two. She's standing next to me with dinner. He has screamed since we got out of the car.
Hmm.
And then I remember putting them to bed, the twins to bed, and I knew that Lainey was downstairs ready to come up next. And I just cried in the hallway. I was just like, I just need a quick minute. I was like, this is probably one of the toughest experiences that I've ever done,
Yeah.
but like I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like the twins were safely in bed. They were happy. They were fed. Yes, it was tough on me, but like, okay, I can do it.
Yeah.
It's hard, but
Yeah.
like you figure it out. And then, the next week came and I was ready to handle it. It's like,
Well, and that's a long time to be alone too. Like especially when your partner has to do those double shifts because you do kind of get relief even if they're there and like you get
mhm.
excited for them to come back and
Yeah.
like have that like connection or even if it wasn't your partner or like a friend or a family member or your mom, whatever, someone to come in the house and like give you a sense of like adulthood
Yeah,
connection like that.
a real conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of like you just having to power through everything and like
Mhm.
that survival mode of it, I think that's hard, like to have to do that whole day and then like do dinner, do all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, but then once you do it and like I look back, I'm like, man, I rocked it. It was
rocked
okay.
it. You
Like,
like,
of course you're gonna cry. You're gonna be upset. It's hard. It's not
yeah,
gonna be easy, but
but
I
you
got through
did
it.
it and you're strong and like your kids are happy and loved and like that's all that really matters. And it's you're gonna have those small twin wins. So like you have them in the beginning stages and like we're saying now like she's at a different stage than I am and like my kids are a little older now so I'm starting to see it differently and she's still going through it. So like we're both still having those small wins. So there will be different stages of it and they're all great and they all should be celebrated.
Even as like your girls then go and move into school and like mine are up more like where your girls are, you're gonna have new twin wins for
Yeah.
school. So like
Mm-hmm.
it was definitely always a new twin mom win that you're
Yeah.
gonna get to in that milestone and it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
But we're all here to get through it together. And that's
Yeah.
why we wanted to start this community.
Yep, exactly. And celebrate you and your family. Next, let's go into summer. It's getting pretty warm here. As you can see, we have some extra skin showing than on our previous podcast because it is hot.
Yeah, the last week has been like, where did it come from?
It's hot for April. Like, what is happening? It feels
Yes.
like it's July weather, which I'm not mad about. The only thing I'm mad about is like pools aren't open yet. So
Yeah.
what? Unless
Mhm.
we're going to an indoor pool, which okay, that's fine too. But they're not open yet. So what are
And
we?
you don't know how long this is going to last.
True.
Next week, they could be in long sleeves again.
True. Yeah, I was like talking to my mom yesterday, and she's like, "I'm opening the windows." I'm like, "It's 90 something degrees out. Why are you opening the windows?
Yeah.
Turn the air on." And she's like, "I'm not turning the air on. It's April." And I was like, "Mom, but
That
it
is
is
such a
90
Yes.
degrees. Like this is the same weather as it would be in July, and you would turn the air on." She's like, "I know." I'm like, "So you're just not doing it because of the month that you're in?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm
That's like our parents' generation. My parents are the same way. Like, no, it's April. Why would I turn the air on? Meanwhile, I'm like, my hair's on.
my air is on.
Yeah.
Like
And it's
I'm
very comfy.
comfy in my house, a little cozy. Yeah, air's on.
Yeah,
I'm okay. Yeah,
air's
you know
on.
what? I'll try to hold off. Like I do like when it's these type of months where you can sleep with the windows open and it's cool and you hear the birds chirping when you wake up, but like that's just not where we're at this week for some reason.
Nope, not at all.
It's hot.
Hot. For sure.
So what are your twins in the summer? How's that go? What are your summer plans? You excited?
Well, recently, just like the little bits that we've been outside. Like I said before, it's like one twin's always going to danger. So I
Yeah.
feel like this summer it's gonna be fun because they're like exploring and getting to see a lot, and like they're starting to care more about the swing set. They have a hard time getting up it, but like I'll help them up, and then they like fly down the slide. So like it's fun to see those like
Yeah.
the newness of the being outside. Where last year they were kind of like in a pen, like they would have outside.
Isn't it crazy how much a year difference it makes? Like I think
Yes.
about that every time a season closes. I'm like, next year it's gonna look so different because you guys are gonna be so much bigger.
I had this big like outdoor pack and play type thing that we would put on the deck if we were on the deck, or out in the grass if we were out there. And now I'm like, I couldn't even imagine penning them in. Like they'd
No.
be crawling out and over it
Yeah.
and whatnot. So like it's gonna be a fun summer, but there's no relaxation happening in my future for them. But
Oh yeah, you're in it. You're
yeah,
on the
this
move.
is probably
Yeah.
gonna be one of the hardest summers.
Do you go to the beach?
So we only usually go like Memorial Day. We haven't done a family vacation since Lainey was born, actually.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so this summer maybe?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll depend, but we go to my cousin's house, beach house for Memorial Day. So like that'll be nice and like new for the twins, and
That's
we'll have a
nice.
lot of family there. So we'll see how this like adventure goes, a lot of eyes and help.
Yeah.
Which will be needed more so now that they don't understand that water is dangerous.
Yeah.
Of course they'll have their life vests on and we'll all be safe, but still it's just like that like water safety and
Yeah.
like scariness. So we will do that, and we'll probably do a lot of like day trips. I love to take them to the zoo. We
Okay.
got zoo passes for the summer.
Nice.
So I'm excited to like do some day trips down there and different things like that. But yeah, we don't have like anything concrete to go anywhere.
No, it's good.
But also we're very busy like all spring, so almost summer is like nice to
Nice.
not be
Relax.
going.
Yeah.
So I'll finish up coaching within the next few weeks, and then Gary will be like another month or so, and then he'll be done. So it'll be a little bit better that we'll have more weekends. And I love a good like cool morning summer
Yeah.
and going for a walk with the
Love
kids.
it. That's my
Right?
favorite. You have no responsibility that morning. You're just like, let's wake up and putz around and get out of the house and go for a walk.
Yeah,
My
with your
favorite.
coffee. Lainey's in her Jeep driving around like she owns the street.
Yeah.
The boys have their little car that I push them around, that double car.
Cute.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm like really excited for, just that slow summer cool morning.
Yeah.
Because then of course by noon you're sweating your butt
Sweating,
off, and
yeah.
you're like, okay, when's the pool opening?
There's a park by here that does really good like farmers markets. And I just go there anyway with the girls because it's on water, but there's 2 playgrounds on it too.
Oh,
And it's
fun.
so quiet and it's a huge park. And like you can walk across the bridge and go to the other playground. I like love waking up when we have like no plans and just going there in the morning. And then like if they have a farmers market, they have like face painting. Like it's so cute.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me where this is.
Yes, I will. I will. It's a lot of fun. No,
Yeah.
definitely. You have
What
to.
about you? What are your summer plans?
I like, so we're going to the beach in June. We do a week trip at the beach every year. So that's exciting. It'll be fun to see again, like the girls stage this year at the beach compared to last year. The water obviously always gets me and makes me a little nervous. We're a little closer to the water this year in the house, so that makes me scared. The girl's a little more adventurous this year. So we have that week beach trip. Then Tom's sister gets married in Chicago, so we're actually doing our first plane trip with the twins. Parker has been on a plane before. So yeah, so all of them are gonna go on that plane to Chicago. That's like the perfect flight though, because it's not too long.
Yeah.
It's a quick up and down. Parker's first plane trip was California.
Ooh.
So that was like, she did really well. But
Do you have a layover?
no,
Yeah, so straight
it's
6
like 6 hours. Yeah. So she did really well. I mean, she puked the last 5 minutes of the trip. She had motion sickness at that time. And like we were about to land, and Tom, because the guys, man. He opened his window and he's like, Parker, look. I'm like, I couldn't even say close the window fast enough. And she like looked at it and she went, "Ugh," and just like immediately, it was just like like she couldn't comprehend. And then she had a sympathy puker in front of her. Like there was a kid in front of her who, so then he puked and it was a whole thing. I think we've talked about this before. Um, so yeah, we're gonna go to Chicago. I'm excited for all of them to go on a plane. They're at like the perfect age. Parker was only like 16 months when she went before. And I always like on my work trips bring them back the little planes or something. So or take pictures of like me about to go on it. So I'm excited for them to kind of get to
Yeah.
experience that.
And now they'll get it too. When you go on a work trip, they'll like
Understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I do have another trip for work before that to the UK. So summer's pretty, it's filling up quick.
That's right.
It fills up fast, like between the work trip and then we have those two family trips. Um, and then my brother and sister-in-law will have their baby shower and have their little twins here. So, yeah, so it's gonna be an exciting, exciting summer.
We'll have lots to talk about then on this.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
You'll have to bear with us through our vacations and
I'm gonna save all the things that I buy for the twins to go on the plane. And then I swear I will make a link of it so everyone can have a travel link to things. Cause
Yeah.
like even little things, like when we go to visit my friend out in her apartment, it's like an hour and a half away. She was asking me where I have like a connector from one side of my car to the other, and I just put the iPad on it so all the kids can look at that. And she's like, "Where'd you get that? Like, that's so cool. Like, links like that would be cool. Like,
That
when I
would be
travel
because I
to."
only have one for Lainey, but like right now that's the only one who could see it anyway. So
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah, it goes right across from both sides of it. The only thing that sucks about it is like we're obviously the snack dealers. So like when
Yeah.
you're passing snacks, I have to like dive under it. But honestly, it's nice that they can all see the one screen.
Just like
Yeah, I'm
up
gonna
at a
start.
screen.
Now they're old enough they can start catching. So I'm like, catch this. It is funny. I do have to like reach back and throw things because she's in my car. She's in the back. In Tom's, they're straight across, but in mine, she's in the back. So I had to like start throwing her. She's gotten really good at catching.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So no, excited for the summer. We'll open our pool in May, so that will be nice to get
That'll be
the
fun.
kids in there and get them swimming. I'm
Yeah,
ready for
lots of
2 year
energy,
boom.
like before bed,
Yeah.
like night swim and
Yeah, it's always nice. It feels like you're on vacation when you're not. Like just to be able to disconnect and go by the pool. So come over with the kiddos and come swim.
well, we'll have to record that session.
Just in the pool.
Right.
Just
You're gonna hear, like,
craziness.
Mariah like yelling from all ends.
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
Well, that's why I'm so hyped about Parker's swim lessons. It's like perfect timing. Like she'll be done by next week. And then we'll open the pool in May. So they already got her swimming like on her back, jumping in and coming up and being able to get to the side of the pool. Like
Great.
they were able to do it in 3 days.
Hey, that's why they're professionals at it.
3 days. It's amazing. I can't wait. You have to be 4 to sign up, so I can't wait till the twins are in it.
All right, then I need to sign Lainey up next year.
And it goes fast, so literally it kept refreshing the link. Yeah.
I'll have to get her signed up and ready.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I feel like the boys are gonna be so much different than Lainey. Lainey was very cautious in water.
You gotta let them just mess up.
I know.
That's like what I found. Tegan was my daredevil. I had to let her mess up. Like be right there, obviously, but I had to like be like, this is what's going to happen if you come in this water. Because it stresses me out. I'm very cautious about our doors. We have an alarm for the pool. We have a camera on the pool that goes to our watches. Like, but even the most prepared,
Yeah,
they
it means
can.
something.
Parker has. She has gone to the bathroom real quick, forgot to put her swimmies back on. I was thankfully we were all in the pool. She got off the step and went right down. And I was like, we're like, oh, Parker. And I thank God I'm there and can pull her up. But it's that quick. She's like, I couldn't breathe. I'm like, yes, baby. Like you have to put your swimmies back on.
Yeah.
Like that. But I was crying all night from that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Like Nikki was there. I was like tearing. She's like, you okay? I'm like, I try to do everything to prevent that from happening. And like that just happened in front of my face. Granted, it was a millisecond, but Parker remembers it to this day. Like I can't, it's my worst fear. My worst fear.
But you were there.
I know.
She's thankful.
Look at me tearing like a baby right now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
I'll never
those
forget
trauma
that.
experiences, they hold deep.
Like 1 second. Yeah. But no, all good. All good. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We're gonna have a great summer.
it's gonna be
We'll
lovely.
share our tips and tricks throughout the summer, especially with like my twins. This will be their first year outside of like the baby swimmy
Oh
floaty
yeah, the little
thing.
float thing
Yeah.
with the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That only one of them really liked last year
Yeah.
anyway, because like it like leans them back, but they were a little too old to be leaned back,
Yeah.
but they weren't old enough that they should be like just floating, sitting.
There's a cool one that's like a car, and it would fit around your boys' age now. So I'll send you a link to that because it is like a cool car, and they actually like it because it's not like the floaty thing where they feel too constrained. They actually feel like they're in a cool thing. Like,
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. It'll be interesting. I got them kind of like puddle jumpers, but they also have like the extra floaty up top here,
oh, cool.
like a vest just because they're so little. So I got those. They're washed, ready to
There
go.
we
Yeah,
go.
Lainey has her puddle jumper. So ready for summer.
Get Lainey. I'll show you. I think I have one outside. That's like a life jacket one. So the swim instructor we had last year, she was like, get the life jacket. Because it
She
just
actually loves the life jacket. Lainey loves the life
perfect. Well,
jacket.
I'll show you this one. I know they say to do it for the younger kids too, but like they just can't figure out water yet. So I felt more comfortable with them in the puddle jumpers, like the twins. But like Lainey's at that age where like she might actually thrive in the life jacket.
I think she would too. She actually didn't like the puddle jumper when I first started her, so
Mm-hmm.
I actually just put her in a life jacket. And then we went to a water park last year, and the life jacket we had, I guess, wasn't the right type or
Mm-hmm.
certification for certain slides and stuff. So she had to go into the puddle jumper,
Okay.
and that was certified, but she hated it.
Yeah.
And then last summer, she was finally better with the like. So we went to the water park in March. By like the middle of summer, she was finally like accepting the puddle jumper.
Okay.
But I feel like it just restrains them a lot too when
Well,
she's trying to swim.
and they tell you not to use it because it does the false sense of security for kids. Like you should do the, I mean, I'm no swim instructor, no anything, just what they've told me, and that's why we switched them all to life jackets. Again, when they were little, like your twins' age, I still did the puddle jumpers so I felt more
Yeah.
comfortable. But like as they got older, I switched to life jacket just because like it teaches them how to actually like move their arms in the water. I don't know. But I'll show you and see if you like
Yeah,
it.
I'd like to see because Lainey now outgrew her life jacket, so I
Mhm.
need a new one for her.
Yeah, yeah, and it worked last year when we had the swim instructor here. So
Perfect.
we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of fun things coming up, lots to think about. But just to recap, celebrate your small wins. You are doing amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, celebrate those even when you're in the trenches with the twins and trying to navigate that. And then just like your little things, like getting them in the car seat by yourself for the first time when they're mobile, like
Yeah.
that's hard. Taking them to sporting events by yourself for the first time, like all these things are amazing and they need to be celebrated.
Absolutely.
So,
And this summer, you'll rock it as a mom. I mean, we know it.
oh yeah, yeah. Enjoy the summer. Take the rest when you can. It's we know summers fill up quick, but definitely take those long, slow mornings and
Yeah,
enjoy
they're
them
only
when you
little
can.
ones. They're only little ones, so
I
enjoy
know
it.
it's gonna fly, so hold on
Yeah.
to it. Hold on to those small moments, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.